Today I'm gonna react to one of our most successful videos, a story that went around the world, the rescue of Nancy, the Dobermann. I call that video Amazing Recovery of Dog with Broken Back Left to Die in Field of Shattered Glass. A crazy title, I know, but that title pretty much described Nancy's story until this moment. We recorded these images at the hospital the day she arrived, and this was her condition. She could barely move. She could definitely not stand. From neck down, she was, there was no reaction, there was no coordination, no nothing. Look at her, she was emaciated. They had abandoned her there without any hope. The first thing I noticed was how sad she was. Oh my God. She was being, this was our neurologist in those days. Now look, somebody asked us for help for this dog that was in some sort of, it wasn't a landfill, but it was in the back of a place where they were repairing cars, and the first thing she told us is that, look, there is a dog in the back of that place. She cannot move. She is obviously paralyzed. I don't even know how she's alive. So I say to them, just bring her to the hospital and let's see what we can do. When she arrived, those were the images that the first time that I saw her, and I needed to show you guys what kind of reaction she was having. See, sometimes people say, but how can you record these images? Well, without recording them, there's no way I can show you what the problem is. And I tell you, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking, but I know that without them, nothing is going to happen to the animal. So, anyway, it's a bit of a rant, but sometimes the comments are so hurtful. And okay, so there she is with the neurologist. Then we see that there is a spinal damage. You see, there is no flow of liquid. This flow was supposed to go all the way, but you can see that over there is a problem. There's a spinal damage. We knew it was going to be a really difficult case, but our neurosurgeons say, look, we can at least try. This is the CT scan. Nancy had been sedated. You can see the bad state that she's in. So hungry. God knows when was the last time she ate properly. Poor baby. Poor baby. So we went into surgery. We're not going to show you the images here, but just look at my face. It was bad. It was bad. I have to say that the neurologist did a great job, but it was a 5-hour surgery. It lasted a lifetime. There were like 8 people in that operation room. This was a really masterpiece of a surgery, I have to say. Unbelievable. And then it began the recovery, and then we could see that she was feeling a little bit better. This is just after the surgery. She still cannot move. She's not in pain because she's receiving Buprex, which is a very powerful painkiller, powerful drug. And little by little, she started recovering. I tell you, she had no idea what was going to be her life from that moment on. So just a few days later, she could already stand up. And as long as we held her with our hands, you see, she could begin to take some steps. But you can see the back. You can see those paws, the position. That is because of neurological damage. So the challenge was to make her start using the legs in a proper way. Look. They have to be repositioned every step. It was really difficult. And this, of course, got complicated because of her bad physical state. You see? I have to say, honestly, at this point, I thought it wasn't going to work. I really thought it wasn't going to work. But then, she really surprised us all, because she had this zest for life. She had this hyperactivity. She had this hunger for contact and for interaction with each one of us. Look at it. Whenever we opened the cage, she just rushed out. Look at her running like this. We could see. And at that point, I thought, okay, look, maybe she's going to have to be on wheelchair. I don't know how it's going to go, but this dog is going to live. This dog is going to have a great time, because no matter what her problem is, she's going to be happy. I knew that. So it was a long process. From the hospital, we took her to another hospital specializing on rehabilitation. And they did an amazing job there. The challenge was to start building muscle, and doing this through swimming pool therapy. This is one of the very few places in the country where they do this. And what you're seeing now, this was a daily routine. Every day she will go, she will have a bath, she will swim, she will exercise her front legs, the back. Little by little, coordination started arriving. Little by little, she started putting on weight as well. Look at her. I tell you, this guy was so sweet to her and to each one of the patients. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The place is called Betzia in Madrid. Really nice. Look at her, swimming. At the beginning, you see, she wasn't moving the legs. But little by little, she started building that neurological connection. Every movement, a challenge. It was difficult. But then, hey, look, you see how she's moving the legs? The back legs. Look. She went, yeah. Look at this. This reminds me of one of these Rocky montages. You know, one of these training montages. Little by little, deep tissue massage, making the muscle recover. Look at this. I tell you, they were beautiful people the way they worked with her. On the treadmill, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. She was at that hospital for 3-4 months, and we could see the improvement. But there was a time when we say, okay, it's time to go home and continue the work at home. So I drove to Madrid, picked her up, and I brought her to the White House. You can see that she's already putting on weight. She's much better. And there Maribel took on the challenge. At first, we used a system, a support system like this. Then we bought some equipment, and we also got her a wheelchair. We knew the wheelchair wasn't going to be for the long run, but it was going to support her, at least during the recovery, at first few months. Maribel, looking good, putting the wheelchair together, while Nancy, very curious, standing around. Look, you see, she's already making the effort. I mean, we can see that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Oh yeah, of course. Of course, Nancy. Look how happy she was. I tell you, for the first time since all of this began, she could feel free. And the chair did really great. And here she is standing. Look at this. What a change. She's already put on weight. Of course, bam. You see, one of the problems that Nancy has, or actually I have to say the problem, is because she can't control herself. Really, this is a dog that has absolutely complete zest for life. So she's the first one to play, she's the one to go after the balls, she's the one to greet visitors. And if she was a bit more controlled, I'm sure it would go better, but there's no way. There's no way. She just needs to go, 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 go. Look at her. Look, you see how she takes step by step? Now, this happened 5 years ago. And since then, she's made great progress. She can stand for longer, but still she falls. This has been, look at her. Wow. Look at that face, look at that ear. Ear up. Jump. This is so beautiful, right? This is so beautiful. So, look at her. Yeah, step by step. Come on, baby. Come on. Then she's playing with Dorita, another dog that we will show you very soon. Again. So Nancy really is great. She's an amazing dog. We tried to find her family, and at first, because of this video, there were a lot of people interested. But then we soon realized that her condition was never gonna allow her to live in a normal home. You see, Nancy falls all the time. She stands up, she runs, but then she falls. And then we realized that if she was living in a normal home, I mean, of course, furniture out of the question. She will be dropping. She will be breaking furniture. I mean, really, it was gonna be really difficult. We did try. There were some people that wanted to take her as a foster, but then she went there, and wow, immediately they returned her the next day. And we found a really nice family in Germany for her, but then after a while we decided that better not. Their garden had too many stones, so she needed to be in a garden with grass, with comfort, a place where she could fall, a place where she could play with other dogs with problems, but most important, a place where she will be safe and secure. So this is actually why Nancy stayed with us. She's been with us ever since. She's one of our permanent residents. Other than that, she's completely healthy. I mean, really wonderful dog. I didn't know much about Dobermans, but I think she's a great example of her breed. Really, these are beautiful, loyal animals. They are protective, but at the same time they are very intelligent. So they know when do they have to protect and when do they have to just be goofy and playful. And I tell you, she's one of the stars of the White House. She has so many friends. I mean, you can see her in these images playing with her friends at the house. There are some dogs that she doesn't like, I have to say. Dickens gets on her nerves, but other than that, I tell you, she's an incredible dog. She's wonderful. She's been with us, as I said, for 5 years now. She is now probably 7 years old. Her life expectancy should be around, I don't know, 10, 12, and she's gonna stay with us for the rest of her life. I'm very proud of what we did that day. I'm very proud of the way everything went and how we managed to turn a dog that was completely paralyzed and unable to move and unable to basically live into this amazing example of a beautiful Doberman. So yeah, Nancy, you know, whenever I go to the White House, the first dog that comes out is always her, and I think she, in a way, she recognizes what we did for her. Beautiful Nancy. So guys, this has been another trip back to memory lane. Many of you, those of you that have come to visit the White House, have met Nancy personally, and I'm sure you can share your experience of her. And I mean, just leave a comment here and tell us how she was when you met her, and obviously how she is. And as I said always, thanks for being here. 6 years with Nancy, 6 years, giving her a wonderful life, and all of this can only happen if we have your help and support. And I know that at the end of every video I always say the same thing, but this is so important, and today more than ever. As I explained the other day, all our monetization in YouTube was cancelled. We had a massive scare, and I've realized that I can't depend on AdSense for much longer. So please, if you like what we do, and if you enjoy our videos, and if you enjoy what we stand for, please join me on my support group on Patreon. I need you there. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow.